My brain had to figure this out. Let's see if we get anybody in there. I disconnected. Give it a couple seconds. We are live. All right. So, welcome. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to KVS Travel Live. And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Very lovely day to appreciate your mothers. Hopefully you took them to at least McDonald's or something. Okay. All right, so today's show, I usually do it on Saturdays until I figure this thing out on my schedule. We will try to be more consistent. I know when summer comes, I'm gonna probably do a weekday, maybe a Tuesday, early evening, something like that. And KVS Travel, we are full service travel agents. We do this full time and we do this for a living and we really care. During 13 years, we take your hard-earned money and we make sure you are spending it with the most memorable occasion, vacation, honeymoon, anniversary, whatever it may be, family trip that we can do for you. That's our goal. And concierge service, something you'll never get from online or even most travel agents. A lot of travel agents that are out there are just doing it part-time or whatever. I mean, you see that a lot on TikTok nowadays where everybody's an instant travel agent. They've gone to one resort and it's the most amazing resort in the world, but they can only compare it to the one or two resorts they've been to. We've been doing this full-time for 13 years. Our specialties, all-inclusive Caribbean, Mexico. We do have special add-ons, like we have some special deals with some resorts out there, like a massage or some other things we do for clients at certain resorts. We find the best fit for your occasion and your budget, and we're with you to the end. We always are with you to make sure everything is seamless as possible, answering questions, making sure that you know all the details of customs, of what to expect, transportation, travel insurance, the best resorts. There are a lot of resorts out there, and there's only a handful of good ones. That's just the way it is. There's just a lot of subpar resorts. I meet a lot of clients that have been to places. They may remember, they may not. We send them somewhere and they can't believe that that is out there. And for instance, there's a lot of people out there, and we book sandals. There's a lot of people out there that they've never done anything but a sandals, and they would be shocked when they find out that there's some other places out there. They just don't advertise as heavily as sandals and beaches do. But there are a lot of products out there, and we spend our own money to travel around and find these places. So we make sure that you don't make the mistake of going somewhere that isn't worth your money. We've had more than we should experiences of places that are not worth your money. Okay? So tonight I want to talk about the value of the travel agent. That's mainly my goal here, just to educate people on that and some other stuff that we do. But one of the things people do is they use their travel, like a travel credit card. They'll get a credit card and like, well, I'm gonna get points and I get a free vacation. I can book it through Visa, MasterCard, Amex, or whatever, their travel and all that. But what you do not get with that is you don't get any service. You're gonna get somebody, you don't know where they're from, what their experience is. They're gonna just be a customer service rep, most likely out of the country. And you're gonna feel that. You're gonna get very little service. You'll be put on hold and you're gonna just be another number. And you don't ever wanna book direct because you're at the owner's mercy. These resorts are owned by people and they're gonna be looking out for their situation, their bottom line, more than anything else. With us, we may get our commission from the resort, but you are our priority. You are the people that we are looking out for. We are representing you. Without you, I don't have a business, and I really appreciate the loyalty from my clients. Loyalty is really important because we're gonna give you everything. We're gonna give you everything we can. Now, we don't own the resorts, but we are there to try to guide you so there are no pitfalls and issues. But with the credit cards, you get no service. I have all these credit cards. I look at everything, so I know the business, I know the industry. And one of the things that you have there is sometimes on their travel booking sites, you're paying a higher price. And that just negates the whole thing of getting those points. If you've ever dug deep, I know I have one client, I think he's even here live, he knows exactly what a point is worth. And it's not much, So I think it's like with American Express, I think every 10,000 points is $60. So you're gonna get no service and maybe pay a little bit of a premium to earn $60 or $120 in points. I just don't understand that. Nobody's really representing you. Nobody's communicating the resort for you. They're not their own travel companies generally. Most of these companies use like Expedia or Priceline's platform for their airfare and for their resorts. So what you're doing is you're giving them that business, and then the credit card companies are getting a commission, and they're giving you back some points that really have small value. Like a point is not worth $1. That would be a good deal. A point is worth very little. And I'm telling you, I know this because this. And here's the other big thing. The annual fees for the really good travel credit cards, or for like the, American Express Platinums, they're like $700 a year. That's a lot of money you're gonna pay them to collect points and then book it through them, get no service, and really get very little back. Sometimes when they offer you the initial sign up and get the bonus points, that's nice. You can just use that money to put towards your bill. You can just use it as cash towards your bill. Put the points towards your balance. That's what I recommend. But to use their travel platforms, no service, not a great price. Nothing's guaranteed there. They're just booking rooms. They're like an online booking engine. So not a great deal. I have some other notes here. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. They have blackout dates too. That's the other thing. I've recently got this card. It was like a Delta Airlines card, and one of the benefits was the Sky Club, and you get a companion ticket once a year. So I asked this one rep about that. So here, the Sky Club is not every time. You get a certain amount per year, and then your family is not included. Like you get credits, and once you use a couple of those credits, it's over. So the rest of the time, you got to pay all this money if you want to go in the Sky Miles. It's just not a bit. And then the companion pass, the one rep told me that, yes, it includes business class. And I'm like, oh, really? So if you book a business class, you'll get a business class for free once a year? Here, then I called him again to confirm this, and no, there's blackout dates. There's only certain dates that will qualify. That's not the way travel works. You want to go when you have vacation time or when you've planned it, not on their schedule. You want to do your vacation, your honeymoon, anniversary. You want to do that on your time. So you don't want to be doing that. Another update here is, Hilton, Hyatt, Marriott, they're all getting into these all-inclusives. And I always tell my clients to make sure they use, everybody's into points. Once again, just like credit cards, getting these points that really don't add up to much. And then there's blackout dates. If you have points for the Hilton, Hyatt, and Marriott, I tell people to use them like if you're doing a weekend trip domestically in the States, stuff like that. But now Hyatt has stopped giving points for their Hyatt all-inclusive collection. So you're not even getting those points. So use a travel agent. You're not getting the points anymore. You're not getting the service you deserve. There's no benefit. Use KVS Travel. Not just a travel agent. Use KVS Travel. Experience what it's like to be really appreciated. So that's something there. So, and I was happy about that because I didn't like the way they were giving points, for booking direct. And then, your rooms, you're subject to their rules. You might think you booked that room, but if you check in, it doesn't mean you're going to get that room. So make sure you look at all that stuff. You can use your points. Another way of using your points, that's all right, is you can use your points towards airfare. Airlines don't pay commission. But here's the problem with that, is some of these bundles we get with some certain all-inclusive Caribbean and Mexico resorts, sometimes the bundle is too good to resist. Sometimes when I add in the airfare with the client's booking, they're getting like almost free airfare. I don't know how to explain that because it just changes from year to year, where one time the room only rate is good, better than the bundle, but sometimes you put in the flight and it's almost the same as the room only. That would be very stupid to use your points when you're going to get the flight almost for free. Save your points, your airfare points and all that. And once again, no service. And with us, we don't charge fees. They do. There's fees built in some of these prices with the credit cards. So there's my spiel on that. That's my take. Because I know a lot of people, they rely on these, they really get into thinking they're getting a super deal on the credit cards. And yeah, it is a nice bonus, but when you're paying these $300, $500, $700 a year annual fees with these credit cards, and then you're actually paying a higher price through their portals, their travel portals, this is not a great deal. And once again, you can use your points towards your balance. And that's probably the best way. But with us, you get that kind of service free. Just give us a call. So that is pretty much what I'm talking about. And I always like to go over some of the things I'm looking at right now. This is a great time. Really, you're going to be getting too late if you want to go away on vacation for the holidays. You got to get it now. Winter vacation next year, this is a good time to get that going. You know, I always advise my clients to give us a call 6 to 10 months prior to when they want to go. There's many reasons for that. So this is a good time for that. Honeymoon season is the fall. If you just got married or you're planning your wedding's coming up, got engaged, great time to call us for your honeymoon. If you're looking at an anniversary trip, you know, good time. Summer vacation there's still stuff out there, but if you're kind of dragging your feet on that, give us a call. We'll get you figured out there as best as we can upon availability. And if you're looking to go to Europe, we do Europe. We do custom trips there. We do Europe. Our main points of interest in Europe are England, France, Spain, Switzerland, Italy, and Greece. Those are our favorite spots. River cruises through Germany and through France. I mean, the river cruises are really a nice thing. Not cheap, but everything's included. Small boat situation. Food is a little bit more elevated. Most everything's included. You only have about 120 guests on these ships. 100 to 200 guests on a ship compared to 4,000 to 6,000 on a big cruise line. So it's a more intimate way of seeing the inner areas of Europe. A very nice option. And custom trips are great as well. We do these really nice train trips. You can fly into Paris and take a train into Switzerland and then go see the Matterhorn or whatever else and then come down into Italy. Great thing to do with that. So I'm gonna wrap this show up here. We're gonna try to be more consistent each week. And if you wanna send us, a message, let us know what you think. Appreciate that, but more importantly, when you're ready to travel, give us a call. And I thank you for watching, and all my clients, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you.